Hello, my little botlets. We're doing something special today. I put, hold on, let's get this host counter out of here. We're not dying. We're not going to be dying on this one, I hope. I made a tier list of every game I played and beat for the first time in 2024. And I've given it some thought to this, but most of this is going to be live. And we got a S through C tier, and then I regret playing this. I don't know if we're going to put anything into this tier, but I don't know. But I prefer this to D tier. And we're going to start with Redder. Redder, I actually replayed Redder a little bit just before I made this tier list. I finished getting the last 3 pips we didn't get last time to get 100%. And I'm just going to put Redder in the I know what goes in A tier, but I think this is also going to go in A tier. I feel like my A tier might be too stacked. We could reorganize stuff later, but we're going to start this off with an A tier because this is just like a really good puzzle platformer. It's simple, yes, but the aesthetic is on point. And the fact that I really like how everything falls apart, even if the flashing does get a bit too much, even for myself. As so not very sensitive to flashing at all. You know, it's just... we'll keep it in A tier for now. This game is incredible, absolutely worth playing. It's free. If you haven't checked it out, go check out Redder on itch. Doom 2016 is absolutely S tier. This is one of our favorite games we played this year. I'm going to move this down to B, actually. Just because I know. Just to make these a little more tiered. If I don't put Redder in B, there's not going to be anything in C. This game is a masterpiece. I absolutely adored this game enough to play it on my own time on nightmare difficulty. After suffering through, what is it? I forget what the second hardest difficulty is. I did it on like Make It Hurt or whatever the fuck. But this game is immaculate. I fucking love Doom 2016. One of my favorite shooters I've ever played, honestly. Simple but extremely effective gunplay. Just immaculate. Judge Dredd vs. Death is a game I wanted to love more. It had so much promise and so many like the Lawmaker had so many good tools that I just didn't use. Spoiling it a little bit, but it's going in C tier. But the fact that it just like kept crashing and it like there was a lot of stability issues and like after a part you just move away from the city entirely. I don't know. It's just like it's an okay game. It's a very 7 out of 10 experience. Like it's like it just had so much more promise that it never delivered on, and that makes us sad. So it's gonna stick in C tier. We don't regret playing this, but it could have been better. Momodoria, both of these just go in A tier, I think. I don't know where the other one's at. There it is. And I think I prefer... Do I prefer the sequel or the first one? I think I prefer the sequel a little bit more to the first one. These games were very excellent. Metroidvanias. Just an absolute delight to play. Not very long. To the point. Some good bosses in there. Some very fun design. I still, I 100% did this game basically, and I liked this enough to try the one life mode a few times, and I never really got all that far on it. And this game was also just very fun. It says this game was shorter, but I think I remember liking the final boss in this game more than this game. Portal. I could put both of the portals in A tier like this, I think. I don't think they're S tier. Not for me. And that may sound sacrilege to some people, but they're just like, they're good games. Very very well done puzzle platformer type stuff. I very much enjoyed both of them. It was kind of nice to play Portal 2 and play both of these and like get clued into things that I knew that I had never experienced. And I played Portal 2 offline actually with my girlfriend, and that was a delight. Well, off stream with my girlfriend, not offline. I wish. Co-op in person would have been absolutely delightful. Oh, I think I would have got distracted. But yes, these are very good games. They didn't quite impress me enough to make it to S tier, is the only thing. Like S tier is just like, it has to like personally impress me beyond being just good. This is like, these are extremely good games and you should absolutely go play them. This is like personally impressed me a lot. We're going to save these two for the end because these are the ones I have the most to say about. Pseudo Regalia, I think, goes to the top of A tier. No, I think it is bottom of A tier, top of B tier. I like this game a lot. I just got really lost in it. I'll put this at the top of B tier. I just got really lost in it. And it was really hard to find some of the things I needed to do. I think trying to do... This is one of those games where I kind of have some regrets trying to do them all in one stream. Because there were some parts where I got like frustrated having to backtrack to the same spot like 5 times to try to find something I missed. And the fact that I had to... Someone said that you didn't have to go through the dark spot, but I couldn't find any way you would make that jump normally without making like the speedrunner tech type of jumps. So that may be on me, that may be the game. It's a very, very good game still. And it's absolutely worth playing. I might give this one a second shot at some point, casually. Well, yeah, very good game. Kind of wish there was a little bit more to the combat, but it's a platformer first, and I respect that. And it does very good platforming. Sekiro... I'm not even sure where to put Sekiro, I'm honest. It was... I didn't enjoy the combat in this one at all. I think it has to go into C tier, which feels insane to say. But I didn't really enjoy how like 80% of boss battles, like even just like the random dudes that you would find around, that would be like a mini boss or a unique mini boss in like a Dark Souls game, or just like balls to the wall difficult to the point where you had to learn that specific NPC. It's like if Dark Souls was 90% NPC battles, that's Sekiro. And I don't enjoy NPC battles in Dark Souls, and I didn't really enjoy them in Sekiro, and I didn't really enjoy Sekiro all that much. Shadow of the Colossus, I think, goes to top of A tier. This game is very, very good. There were some puzzles that definitely stumped me. That made me feel like an idiot once I did figure them out. But I very much enjoyed this game. Very aesthetic. Very fun to run around in and do all the bosses. And I guess the only thing stopping it from S tier is like I don't know what else to say about it. It is Shadow of the Colossus. Everybody does love that. Mouthwashing. Also an A tier. I'm not sure if it goes above Portal. Maybe it goes to the bottom of A tier. Mouthwashing is a very good game. It's just it came on the heels of a game I liked just a little bit more, that was more visually and aesthetically impressive, that created a more consistent and enjoyable mood for myself. I feel like I almost gave it a raw deal by playing it after Psychopomp, because Psychopomp goes here. I played Sight through Psychopomp 3 more times on my own time. I fucking adore Psychopomp. This is one of my favorite games we've played this year. Hands down. And just the fact that Mouthwashing was also trying to do a lot of stuff that's tonally similar to Psychopomp did not do it any favors. Alien Isolation also goes in S tier. This game is incredible. I cannot believe we beat it in one sitting. I thought I would die. We went like 20 something hours into this game. It was wild. I played this a little bit in my own time, but then I got too spoopied. It's a little bit different when you have chat members there to gab at. Well, this game is perfect. I love this game. This is one of the best horror games ever made, I think. This goes in A tier. Oddly enough. I think like that, yeah. Yes, I'm putting Little Witch No Bed above Mouthwashing. Fuck with me. This game, there's like some issues with this game. The regular enemies around the game are very generic looking for the most part, and there's not like a ton of variety. There are some enemies that are unique to certain areas. Like I think the dolls, like there's certain types of dolls that are only found in certain areas. But the bosses and the mechanical complexity of the combat actually surprised me quite a lot in this one. Which is why it's sticking in A tier. Luca, we still need to finish this game. But I think this goes to the top of B tier. This is the most recent game we've played, obviously. But it's the combat system is very deep. I don't even fully understand it, honestly. But there's a lot here to do. Some pretty good bosses, some pretty good combat. My only issue with it is like the difficulty spikes are like absolutely absurd and almost completely random. Like some random arcade machine that we didn't even have to interact with, that didn't give us anything for beating it, was the hardest shit in the entire fucking game. And then like the final boss was like 10 times difficult. Like more harder than fucking anything else that had come before. And that stuff was kind of whack. Very good stuff. It doesn't hit the nail quite as hard as some other games have when it comes to religious trauma. Halo Reach I regret playing. Halo ODST. A tier. Like this game. Yeah, I think I'd put it above mouthwashing. Really good Halo. I mean, it's threes combat with some slight tweaks to it, but I really love just like the mood of the city itself when you're playing as the recruit or whatever the fuck the name is. When you're going from place to place to find the clues, the hookup with your squad, and then the finale was also just excellently done. And it was like a very tight, like I found the experience very tight and very well done. All throughout. And I enjoyed it very much. Hollow Knight is B tier. I'll put it above Luca, because I'm not completely insane. But like, I just didn't, I didn't vibe with the combat in Hollow Knight all that much. It's a very good game, but it's just not vibing with me specifically all that well. Insofar as the actual gameplay mechanics go. Lots to do, good bit of quests. Almost too much to do, honestly. But absolutely a good game, and I can't deny that. Elden Ring, I'll put just below Hollow Knight. I feel like I did Elden Ring a little bit raw, just by playing it on stream in the first place. Cause part of streaming is like I feel like I have to know like what I'm doing or where I'm going for the most part. And it's like Elden Ring is so fucking huge. Elden Ring, these games both have the same problem of like too much to do. Except Elden Ring cranks it up to a fucking 11. And so much of that shit is the same old shit you've seen like at least once before after a point. I had high hopes for Elden Ring and it disappointed me thoroughly. It was too easy to get ridiculously OP with just like a standard. Like I played all the games with a standard greatsword build. And there's usually quite a bit of challenge to that because you have to like learn the timings of when you could get your greatsword swings in. But Elden Ring is just like, oh yeah, I have Lion's Claw. I just fucking smack everything with Lion's Claw and it deals like 2k damage. And I'm not even buffing. I'm just like a pure strength build. And everything fucking... Like I first tried or second tried almost every single boss in this game. And it was just kind of meh. I wasn't too impressed. There was some really good stuff in there. Like the legacy dungeons were good. Some of the bosses were very enjoyable despite being incredibly easy. But overall, I just wasn't wowed by this one. This isn't my favorite. I'd put this above Dark Souls 2. But this is not my favorite FromSoft at all. Or even close. Legend of the Dragoon. Also B tier, I think. This game is technically a game we played mostly in 2023, but I think we did the finale this year. I'll put it above Redder and B tier. This game is a very good. It's very JRPG, but this was mostly nostalgia bait. And I was kind of disappointed a little bit because like the end game combos were just so fucking difficult to manually pull off that I farmed for the brace that makes them like automatic, which kind of like defeats the point of doing them in the first place. And then also because I grinded like just so much, like the end stuff was really easy, but this game's like really good. I very much enjoyed it. It's very tacky in some places, very 90s JRPG, and it's absolutely worth playing. It's a cult classic for a reason. Voices of the Void. I think I need to make a new tier. This game was an experience onto itself. I never saw anything in this game that was a spookums. It was just 3 hours of insanity one night and then 2 hours of further insanity on a second night. And then I figured it out. And the last 30 minutes we were like, oh, this is a gameplay loop. I don't know if I enjoy this. But absolutely worth checking out. It's got a really good vibe to it, for sure. I'm not sure if the vibe is for me, but it's absolutely worth a look. Because it's also free. It's an alpha. It plays like it's an alpha in a lot of places. But I think one of my most memorable parts of playing Voices of the Void is when we were looking through the instructions to see what the fuck we were doing wrong. There was a thing about the demon deer, and that made me laugh so hard I thought I might have to stop the stream because I couldn't stop. I Hate You Please Suffer is S tier. This is easily our second favorite game, spoilers, that we played this year. It's incredibly deep. There's the only reason it's not number one is because since it's so vast and so the quests are esoteric, we often got lost and didn't make progress for like an hour at a time. Part of that was us being stupid. Part of that was just the game's not the most clear of what you're supposed to be doing. There's still a lot of stuff that we missed just because we didn't find it in time and there's like a time gate on it. But this game is absolutely incredible. 100% worth playing. It's currently on sale. I don't think it's going to be on sale much longer. Only like 3 more days probably, or because I think it's on sale to match the Steam sale. But there's like so much fucking content here, and it's so good, and the writing is just excellent. I can't really recommend this game enough, honestly. And the only reason it's not my favorite game is because we played Slimes just before it. And Slimes is an interesting game. This game is possibly the most perfectly itself I've ever seen any game. The Ludo narrative in it is the most immaculate shit I have ever tasted upon my gaming fingers. It's incredibly good in I Hate You Please Suffer, of course, which is this dev's following project. But Slime's just like being... Slimes is one path forward. And it's only your actions that really delineate you. There's some secrets in here that I didn't even see the first time. I played this like twice on myself. I'm doing a pacifist run that made me almost rage quit because it's like the penultimate boss is one of the most bullshit things I've ever encountered in any game. When you're under-leveled and don't have the damage boosting stuff. But this game is just perfect. It's somewhat miserable in places in a way that makes sense. Like even the parts of it that are like bad per se are perfectly bad on purpose. This is one of my favorite games I played in years. Maybe one of my favorite games I played on stream at all. And everyone should enjoy it, I think. And that's the tier list. Kind of insane that Little Witch No Beta is above Hollow Knight and Elden Ring, but I just enjoyed the combat system here more. These two games, I cannot wait to see what the dev for these two does next. And that's the tier list. Thank you for watching. I'm going to be putting this on YouTube, so more people can see it. It's kind of wild that this is there's just some other games you played this year that I've already played that didn't make the list, like Hyper Light Drifter. Hyper Light Drifter would have been S tier for sure. It's one of my favorite games of all time. But probably underneath all of these. It might have been top of A. I really adore that game though. Yeah. Slimes is just so perfect. So perfect. I don't know what to do for an outro here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all later. Bye.